Good morning, Mooners! Hello! We're back. Missed you guys last week. I was having a rough week last week. You can see the pimple that resulted. But I've made it out. I'm here. And as you saw from the title, I am uncaffeinated. I'm about to open the stream on my phone through my other account just to make sure that everything's going at least somewhat smoothly. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, we've got David T first. For anyone who doesn't know, David T used to be the first comment on pretty much everything I ever uploaded. Video, live stream, post. His streak got broken because now we've actually got a good amount of mooners, which is a good sign. It shows that the mooner colony is growing. We're headed towards world domination. That'll probably be around the year like 2026, I would say. Yeah. Hello, Mark's Random Curiosities and Mars. What is Molly going to be like a week without caffeine? Well, here it is. I'm a week in. I think the last caffeine I had was last Friday. Yeah. Last Friday was my last, or actually no, last Thursday. Yes, matcha does contain caffeine. So my caffeine journey was mostly comprised of pistachio frappuccinos from Starbucks. For a while, I was drinking those all the time. And then I was like, maybe it's the coffee caffeine that's making me feel weird. Sorry, there's something in my mouth. Maybe it was the coffee caffeine that was making me feel weird. I'll try drinking tea for a while. So I switched to matcha and was drinking matcha for like a couple years. And then I was like, I don't really want to be like hitting up Starbucks every day. What if? What the fuck? There's something in my... I'm sorry, don't look at me. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, this is me with no caffeine. I tried yerba for a while, and yeah, it's gotta be a hair on it. I can't find it. There's something in there. I don't know. But yeah, tried yerba for a while, and then last Friday I was having just like a tough day and didn't want to get up anyway, and so I didn't end up going to get a yerba that day. And then I had like a pounding headache, and I was like, well, this must be caffeine withdrawals. Like, this is my first day of not having caffeine in like years. I haven't missed a single day in like 4 years probably. And so I felt it, and I was like, I mean, it's already like 5 p.m. I'm not gonna drink caffeine now, so I'll just push through the rest of today. And then I looked up the timeline for like, you know, caffeine withdrawals, and it showed that between hours 20 and 51 you have the worst withdrawals, like since, like that's the window since last consumed caffeine. So I was already past 24 hours and was having the withdrawals, and then I figured like I'm already halfway through the worst part of the withdrawals. I could just push over the other end of the hump. And so days went by and my head was fucking pounding, but other than that, the main only side effect was that I was kind of sleepy, but like whatever. So I haven't had it for a week, and I've been super tired all week, mostly just like laying around. But all in all, I think this will be really good for me. Like, not having that stipulation every morning of like getting up to get caffeine. I want to be getting up to live, you know. I want to be getting up just because like I want to start my day, not like, oh, first thing first in the day is a mission. So right now I'm pretty sleepy and loopy, but I have been drinking a lot more water, which is healthier anyway. Caffeine makes you lose water. It is a diuretic. It makes you pee more. It brings down the water level in your body. So not having a diuretic every day and drinking water instead, these are all good moves. I'm trying to turn myself around. And yeah, detox symptoms for sure. I've been detoxing. I don't know if that's what the pimple is about or what, but I'm just kicking it. I'm just pushing through and gonna see what life off the bean. That's gonna be my newest campaign slogan of detoxing and going through caffeine withdrawals. It'd be life off the bean. We can encourage each other. I was reading into the history of caffeine and how it became so popular, and really it was the Industrial Revolution. Everything leads back to that. There were people working in factories for an allotted amount of time per day, and then they would get tired and their productivity would plummet. And so when the factory owners realized there is a magic bean that you can boil and then have your workers sip on, that would make them faster, better, and I don't know, less tired. They're like, oh, perfect. And then birthed our 8-hour workday that we have today, with a gap, a break in the middle, which is for you to drink your coffee and eat your snacks. I'm done with this society. Let's see what's going on in the chat. I am so loopy, guys. Mars' neighbors tried to get in the house. Sorry, didn't pause. Tell your neighbors I said hi. What would you call your style? Boho chic ? I'd call my style eclectic, meaning that it's a combination of a lot of different styles. I mean, because if you look at like each different thing, like let's say these earrings are pretty tribal, they're Dayak ear weights, but I'm not like fully tribal because I like stuff to still look a little bit like glam. Like if you see all my bling on, I'm like, I don't know. And then there's dreads, like, so a lot of people are like, oh, it's like hippie style, but I'm not quite hippie style because I'm not like, you know, crochet vests and stuff. So I would call my style eclectic. I like to go for like the fairy vibe with like a tribal touch and sometimes a little bit post-apocalyptic. Meth and fighter pilots. I haven't heard of that. And meth chocolates for soldiers. Wow. Yeah, we live in a weird fucking country. Which is getting weirder by the day. I try not to get political in the live stream, but like, my sister has been sending me all these like news videos, and I'm horrified. I used to be super political, like walking through the streets with fucking signs every weekend. So I've chilled out a lot, but like, goddamn, I still am just like, what is happening? I'm so ready to just go be nowhere. Chat's getting kind of weird right now. Hello, sick bastard. Goodbye, Salvador. So, I have been on the fence about a lot. You guys have seen the evolution of Van on the Moon, the ups, the downs, the middles, the consideration of canceling it. I'm going with it. We're doing it. Van on the Moon is happening. We've got an episode coming out next week. We did the tune-up yesterday. I replaced my brake lights so I can go get my safety and registration renewed. And I put some oil, topped off. You know, things are in the works. Things are happening. So far, we're on track. The road trip is going to happen. I had a dramatic time when I posted that, like, is this the end video? It's not the end. I just want to reiterate that things are happening. As I had to, like, really consider it, like, basically me asking the question, is this the end? And me considering letting that channel die was me really having to sit with, like, is this what I want? Like, if we don't look at our decisions with the option of saying no, then you're not saying a full yes either, if that makes sense. Like, if I was just rolling with it and I'm like, well, the van is just like the project that's taking off right now, so I guess, like, I'll just do it because it's already happening, like, then I'm not really, like, claiming that as my destiny. I'm not like, yes, I'm gonna do that. It's just like, oh, I'm just doing it because it's already happening. So I had to take some time, step back, and just be like, I can drop this all right now. This doesn't have to happen. And now that I've looked that in the face, that, like, it might have all been for nothing, I actually do want to do it. I even though I'm very involved in the van life YouTube world, I haven't taken much time to watch other people's videos. I entered the van life content realm not having really even subscribed to any other van lifers. I just wanted to make my own channel. But now, this past week, even past, like, day really, I've been looking at other van life YouTubers who are on the continent, and I'm like, they have so much access to everything. Like, it's a whole different thing than being out here. Like, I got very disenchanted about the whole van project, and I think a huge part of that is being on the island. I've been to most of the corners, nooks and crannies of this island already. There's not, like, a big, wide open, you know, the Wild West to go explore. And there's not campgrounds. There's only, like, barely any big nature spots to go to. So I'm like, you know, I'm thinking that once the van is on the continent, I'll be feeling a lot better. Like, being able to go to national parks and actual campgrounds where there's, like, a proper, like, there's a proper place to be in the van where it's like you're for sure welcome there, and there's, like, showers and, like, more stores and places to get food around, and you can have a campfire. Like, being able to have a fucking campfire right by the van, this is so, it's a game changer. And like better places to fill up my water jugs, which speaking of, I've got an idea that I want to run past you guys for a new water system, but first I want to check in with the chat. Let's see, okay, last I saw was when Sick Bastard entered. What's up, Sick Bastard? Yeah, this country's a fucking circus. Aw, thank you. Mars said I look good without makeup and asked when's the last time I applied it. I haven't applied makeup in... I think the last time that I had makeup on was when I visited my sister in 2021. So it's been about 5 years. Wait, that's a lie. That's totally a lie. I put on makeup for Halloween pretty much every year. Last time I put on makeup was on Halloween. Glad you have a renewed chipper disposition. Thank you. I'm back. I think we just go through waves in life, and it's important to just ride them. And you know, if you're going low, like, I mean, don't let yourself get too dark, but like, you gotta go to the dark spots. If you don't and you avoid them, they'll just get stored in your body. You gotta feel them out. So I had to feel through a couple dark spots lately, but like, we're on the up, especially knowing, like, looking at the people who are traveling the continent, they have it so good. I know the grass is always greener on the other side, and that means that there'll be problems that are on the continent that aren't here, but it'll be at least different problems, and there will be like more stuff to explore. I'm ready. I want to get to the continent so bad. How much will it cost to ship the van to the continent? That'll be like, last I talked on the phone with Matson, they quoted me like $1,200. So I think it'll be $1,200-ish, maybe more, maybe less, which is fine. All in all, the cost of that is so worth not being here anymore. Things have taken a turn. Like, oh my god, things have taken a fucking turn. I used to be like, oh, Maui, I love Maui so much, I want to be here forever, but like, things have gotten crazy ever since the fire, really. But it's just been downhill quick, slippery mud down a hill, and everybody's falling, so yeah, gotta go. Also, just new frontiers. The main part I'm excited about is to be like actually camping. I beach camp, you know, technically camping, I guess, like, but it's different than being like in the redwood forest with a little fire pit, you know? What's up, Bob Cox? Welcome to the chat. Glad you found it. And yeah, no caffeine. It's hard. Oh, it's funny, Dane Drew. It's funny that you bring up Lydia, because she commented on one of my videos and it sparked me to go look at her channel. I had seen her thumbnails pop up before. She's really famous. She's got like, I don't know, at least 100,000 subs. Like, that's a lot. And she commented on my Bus Depot Sucks video, and she chimed in with her piece. I have my qualms with Bus Depot, which they still haven't refunded me for the distributor, and now I'm getting sus, because what Lydia Rico commented was that she had ordered some curtain rods from them, and they arrived looking nothing like the photos of what she thought she was buying. So she requested a refund, even told her, like, I'm a famous YouTuber, like, it is in your best interest to refund me, you know? And they haven't refunded her still. She didn't say how long ago that happened, but I know that she's gotten ripped off by Bus Depot before. I don't know if she sent the curtains back or not, or the curtain rods. I've already sent the distributor off to them. And now I don't know if I'm gonna get refunded for it, and I'm gonna scared. I'll be making a call this week. If they don't refund me like very soon, I'm gonna be calling them and being like, where the fuck is my money? And also, where the fuck is Lydia Rico's money? This isn't just my fight. I'm on my way to being you know, van life influencer or whatever. She definitely already is. So me and her can just team up and be like, fuck Bus Depot. Do you own makeup? No. I mean, I technically own the makeup that we use for our avatar costumes, which any of you who haven't seen me and Rainbow's avatar costumes, let me see if I can actually just show you on my phone. It won't be the clearest image, but you guys have to see this shit. This is what I put makeup on for approximately once a year. I wish it was more clear. Can you guys see that at all? So, for who asked me when's the last time I put on makeup, this was it. Oh yeah, and the pirate. Yeah, my Jack Sparrow costume, I always put on like some eyeliner and draw on a fake beard for, which I love that. Oddly enough, whenever I'm in that costume, there's so many women that are suddenly very attracted to me. Like, I'm generally, you know, there's people like in general that are attracted to me, but when I'm in that costume, there's like ladies coming out the fucking wazoo being like, hey, Allah. I was working a trip on this past Halloween, like a boat trip, a cocktail trip, dressed as Jack Sparrow, and there's all these cougars, question mark. I didn't they were being like really direct, and I'm like, bro, this is like fucked up. Like, I'm at work. If there was dudes acting how these cougars were acting, like, it would not have been okay. Which it wasn't okay them being women doing it either. I was just like, yikes. There was this one lady who was like, hey Jack, wow, I'm gonna be all up on you tonight. And I'm just like, please stop. Mars said that he feels a little nervous to click on other van life channels because it feels like he's cheating on Van on the Moon. I don't have any qualms. You can watch Lydia Rico with my blessing. I don't put out enough content to keep everybody occupied all week, so like, okay, you can watch other van life channels. But I know that they're not moon. You're only a mooner over here. That's what makes the difference. You're not gonna be mooners for these other van life girls. Air your grievances publicly usually gets the ball rolling quicker. Yeah, I did air them publicly for, like, you know, the shorts section of YouTube, the vertical videos, saying Bus Depot sucks, and then I did one Bus Depot's redemption, and now I might have to post another one of like, now Bus Depot, now the next one's just gonna be titled like, fuck Bus Depot. If they don't refund me the $400, I will be causing some problems. Which I will be, it's tough to have evidence for it because it was all phone calls, you know? Like, when they told me they'll refund me, it was over the phone. I'm like, fuck, I wish it was on email. Then I could have screenshots, which I've learned my lesson. Now I'm gonna be trying to mostly email back and forth with people when it comes to business stuff, because then there's receipts. There's like, you said this, you know? What's the refund for? A $400 part for my van that I bought from a really sucky company that has ripped other people off before, so I might be getting ripped off right now, but I'm not gonna just roll with it. I'll be saying my piece. If you ever got into a fight, if you have, should do a story time. I mean, I've never like fought someone physically. I've had to like, you know, low-key like square up with people, but it hasn't like ever fully blossomed, you know? And that was mainly when I was younger. Oh great, okay, I see a question that I don't know if I should open that can of worms. Here, I'll see what Happy Times and Joy has to say first, and then I'll touch on something else. Just got here. The van is running better after the new points condenser and adjusting the timing. Congratulations. Thank you. I will be also replacing the coil, hopefully, and I think that'll give it that last like, there's still something slightly off, and I think the coil will be what polishes it off, because with the timing, new condenser, new points made a difference, but the timing, which was like super retarded, and I'm saying that word in the literal sense, like, I'm not saying that to be offensive in the like special needs category. Like, for the distributor, the timing was not right. It was not, yeah, I don't need to explain that word again. I don't want to open that can of worms either. Yeah, delayed is the better word. The timing was delayed. David T, open it, Molly. Okay, guys, alright, strap in. Mars sent a $5. Thank you, Mars. After you sending $5, I feel especially bad for what I'm about to say. Which, that's actually really funny. Maybe you should do a stream as Jack Sparrow to increase the less than 8% demography of your channel. I know. I do think that would help. That's a really good idea. Oh, fuck. I just put my... No, the garbage truck is driving past. It's gonna be loud. Yeah, I just gave my parrot hat to the thrift store, but I have all the other pieces of the costume. I totally will do a Jack Sparrow live stream. I need to really like work on my impression though, like how he talks and stuff. Maybe rewatch some of the movies beforehand. Oh, hello Z-Belle. Good to see you, sis. Okay, so this whole can of worms, it's time to open it. Speaking of my less than 8% demographic of women who watch my channels, I have some news, which I am going to be making a full proper video in 2 weeks. Well, I'll get to that. I'll let you guys decide when you want to see it. So the IUD situation, I need to drink some water. The IUD situation. Sorry. I do not have enough caffeine to talk about this right now. So, last time we live streamed was about 2 weeks ago, and that live stream was titled, "I might pull out my IUD." And then everybody in the chat was like, "Don't do it, go to the doctor, don't do it." And so after that live stream, I called my primary care provider, which is a doctor I've never met before, which I last month called for the first time, being like, "Hey, you're my primary care provider, ? Can we schedule an appointment? Like, I don't know, you're my doctor." So I got an appointment scheduled for next week. Mind you, I scheduled it last month, so that gives you an idea of the time span it takes to actually get into doctors here. After that live stream, I called that doctor office, whatever, and was like, "Hey, just checking, like, we have this appointment coming up already as a checkup. I was wondering if I could maybe change it to be an IUD removal appointment. Since we have it scheduled anyway, while I'm there, I have a problem that I need addressed as soon as possible. If I had it my way, we'd be addressing it today." And they're like, "Oh, see, we can't just, like, do that. We can't just, like, on your first appointment, pull it out. You have to come to that checkup appointment, and then after that, schedule another one." And I'm like, "So you're saying that it'll be a couple months?" And they're like, "Unfortunately, yes." So I hung up the phone and really sat with myself, like, can I wait a couple months? Even a couple weeks? And the answer was no. The answer was fuck no, actually. So I was at Rainbow's place. I was laying on the couch watching videos, trying to find videos of someone pulling it out. I found videos of girls talking about pulling it out, but they didn't actually show them doing it. So I decided that I will be that video that actually shows the process of pulling it out. Disclaimer very quickly, I'm not showing my actual privates, it's just like face reaction and me saying what's happening. So, long story short, I did pull it out and I did document it, so you guys will be able to see how not bad it was. Like, it totally was not even a big thing. Okay, I'm gonna check in with the chat, because last time I talked about this, the chat was like not having it. Mars is covering his ears. I see David T's like, ah, guys, it's not as bad as it sounds. Someone asked, did Autumn pull the string? No. I actually haven't seen her in weeks. We're due for a catch up. And I'll tell her what happened. Rainbows went ahead and dosed your H2O with 300 milligrams of caffeine to wean you off slowly. 300 milligrams is not a wean. That was more than I was consuming on a daily basis. I was sitting at around like 200 milligrams a day average, I would say. So yeah, 300 milligrams would not wean me at all. Yeah, Bob Cox, I did it. I did it. Do you know how long the string is? It was like that long? I don't know. Molly, I think you're gonna attract the wrong demographic. I think that girls will watch it because basically, okay, I stated at the beginning of the video, I'm like, hey guys, disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, I'm not even a nurse, I am just a marine biologist actually, who happens to like have strong feelings about women's health. And so this one goes out to all the girls who have been struggling with IUD symptoms for years and don't have the medical access to get it removed by a doctor. So, that's the girls I'm making it for, and hopefully they're the ones who receive it. They're like the other videos of girls talking about their story of pulling it out. In the comment section, it doesn't seem to be pervs. It seems to be pretty much all girls in the comments writing like, oh, I'm so glad you posted this because like I'm gonna pull mine out because I can't get a doctor to, and like this helped me a lot. Like reading the feedback for the other IUD videos of girls being like, I can't go to the doctor to get it out. Like there was some girls, I don't know which state they live in, but in some places and with some insurance companies, it costs $400 to get it taken out by a doctor. $400 is a lot, especially for like young women. Like that's crazy. So they're commenting like on these other IUD videos like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for like sharing this and like letting us see that it's really not that bad to take out yourself, because like that's some girls' only option. And like for me myself, like I'm really grateful for those other videos with like the girls who posted their story of like, I just pulled mine out, look at it, it wasn't bad, I just crimped a little bit. Like that helped me feel safe enough to pull mine out myself. So I want to contribute to that. Like my viewership, last I looked, which was a couple days ago, 96% male, I think was the number. Like, this is a dude channel. All of my channels are dude channels, and I don't want that to be the case. I want my channel to be for the girls, you know? So, yeah, that's part of what this is kicking off. Like, sorry, not sorry to all the guys that are mooners. I totally love and appreciate you guys, and I want you to still be around. I just want there to be also girls, you know? Yeah, it seems like most people are just like worried about the pervs. I don't think it'll... I don't see it bringing pervs, because it's not like, I don't like look good in the video by any means. It's like my phone is like on the rim of the bathtub facing up, so you just see like my nose and eyebrows. Like, guys, oh my god, it's out. So it's not like anything, I'm not showing anything good, you know? David T, what did your mom say? Does she know? I don't think the moderator knows. I don't think she knows. I don't think I told her. And she hasn't asked? Maybe she's in here. I don't think she's here today. She might watch this later and find out that way. Hi, moderator, if you're watching, probably not now because I haven't seen you, but if you're watching this later, I did it. And I'm okay. It's good. It's good. It's out and I feel better. I'm like, you know, okay. I'm entering my PMS phase right now, and I haven't been hit with the things I usually get hit with. Like, typically on day 10, before my moon cycle begins, like 10 days prior to the cycle reset, I have like a mental breakdown, and I haven't had one in the past couple days or today, so I think it might have solved a lot of my problems. It is valuable information and you should share for others to learn from. Exactly, like, people are gonna be doing this anyway, so they should at least be informed about it, you know? And not like super scared. Like, if you pull it halfway out and get scared and stop, that would cause way more complications than doing a smooth retrieval. So people shouldn't go into it being like hella scared, you know? Oh. Mars doesn't think I should post it. Things worked out in your situation, but you never know with everybody. Just as I worried for you, I feel they should see a professional. Yeah, I definitely say it in the video, like, I'm not recommending this by any means. I'm providing this information for girls who it is like a last resort. Because for me, it kind of was a last resort. Like, I couldn't go through another cycle of having that thing in me. It was really, really, like, torture. It's a torture device. I was in crippling pain every time I started my, like, cycle. I was having, like, really hard psychological issues with it. There's so many pieces to this, guys. Like, so many pieces. There's no regrets. I took it out and I'm not turning back. Fuck that thing. And I filmed the whole video. I finished the last segment yesterday for it, which was the 2-week update. And it's gonna come out at some point. On the video docket currently, we have the rust repair, which was that back window I did. I posted a short about it on Van on the Moon. So over on Van on the Moon, we'll probably have an episode premiere next week, which will be that project. And then the week after that will be the IUD pullout video. I am conflicted. I know a lot of people are gonna be like pretty shook about that because it's pretty crazy, but like, I have a cause. You know the term rebel with a cause? That's been me most of my life. I always have some cause that is my like fulcrum point of existence in that moment. And lately, I haven't had a cause. So I've been a rebel without a cause in some sense, and I think it's led to some inner turmoil. So now I'm going to put my energy towards the cause of female birth control and how shitty it is and how it's causing so many problems for women. That's my newest cause. I will be on my fucking soapbox about it, by the way. So, hope you don't mind hearing about that. I might lose a couple mooners in the process, which it's okay. You know, I don't expect everyone to agree with everything I do. It's just part of being human. Rainbows, we can only pray this solves all the problems. Well, I saw Happy Times and Joy saying that it might have solved the van running smoother. Which actually it's Rainbows. He's why the van is running smoother. Post it with a full disclaimer that others should get it, all the information about their situation. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be like, I verbally say it in the video. I'll also put it in the description box. I'll also probably put a text overlay on the video itself, like, hey, go to your doctor if you have one. For me, going to the doctor was just not a super viable option. I haven't even met my doctor. I don't know what the cost would be. I don't know what the timeline would be. I don't even know if they'd be willing to do it, because this IUD was a 10-year one, so it's only been 4.5. I don't know if they'd be willing to take it out without it having either been 10 years or me saying that I'm trying to get pregnant. There's weird rules around birth control, which I think are fucking stupid, and why I'm going to be speaking out about this shit. It's time. Like, this shit needs to get talked about, and I've got a mouth on me, so I don't mind being the one to talk about it. Aussie Belle, go for it, girl. Honestly, these weekly streams and seeing you kick ass encourage me, and I'm sure many others. Yay, I'm so glad. Thank you, Zebel. I want to be that for, like, a lot of other girls. Like, it's like, I know what it's like to be a girl that is scared and have other women that I'm, like, looking up to and, like, kind of having as a guiding light through certain situations. Like, I want to provide that guiding light through things that I'm able to, and this is one of them. Like, I can speak on this because I have been through the ringer with it, and here I am. I'm ready to share my fucking story on a lot of things, actually. So, like I said in the last stream, Van on the Moon is gonna go unscathed. That channel will be the same as always. You know the vibes to expect over there. This channel is going through a big revamp right now. Like, this is gonna be the girls' channel. We're gonna be talking about womanhood a lot. As long as you're here, I'm here. Your videos are too much fun to miss. Thank you, JJ. I will still be here. My vibe won't be any different. We'll just be talking about different topics. I mean, the live stream will still be like, we talk about the most random shit on here anyway. That's why I moved the live stream from Van on the Moon to this channel, so that we could talk about literally anything. But as far as episodes that come out on this channel, it's gonna be geared towards womanhood, self-help, health, lifestyle, you know. I'm ready to shift because, as I say that, an orange dragonfly just flew past the van door, which, in my mom's side of the family, which we're about to get a little bit sentimental and, like, emotional and stuff, but like I said, this channel's for the girls. So, on my mom's side of the family, my mom's mom had this like really cool house with like a pool out back. All like the family would be going over there a lot to hang out, have parties and stuff. And me and my cousins would go over there even when our parents weren't there, just to like go be at Nanny's house for the weekend, you know? She ended up passing away, but the day before she passed, me, my two of my siblings, and three of my cousins, like there was like a whole group of us that were at her house, and it was like the best day at her house ever, which little did we know, that night she was like, hey guys, I actually don't want you to sleep over tonight, like I only want Aunt Wendy to sleep here, the rest of you just go. So me, siblings, and cousins left, and that night she passed away. Like she knew that, like, I mean, we can't ask her if that's why she asked us to leave, but like why else? We were having the best day ever, and then she's like, which we were planning to have like a big slumber party, and then she's like, no slumber party, and then she like passes away that night. That's definitely why she didn't want to have the slumber party. But everyone came back the next day because my aunt is the only one who stayed there and like let everyone know what happened. So everyone like regathered at the house, even more people than were there the day before. And there was this orange dragonfly that was there like the whole day, like circling over the pool and like landing on us and like just like watching everyone be together. And then the next time we all gathered was for my little brother's birthday at a lake, and there was an orange dragonfly flying around, and it landed on my finger, like on the tip of my finger. I have a picture of me with it. I'm like soaking wet because I had just got out the lake, and then this dragonfly landed on my finger, and I'm like, Nanny's here. And ever since, which I don't see orange dragonflies commonly, you know, I don't see them often. That's not like, I don't know, I mostly see like blue ones and stuff. Every time I see an orange dragonfly, there is a serendipitous vibe to it, because it's typically either when I'm like talking with like my cousins or siblings or mom and one will appear, or like moments like this where I'm literally announcing the revamp of this channel and saying like that I'm gonna come at it with a lot more purpose, and then an orange dragonfly flies past. Like, guys, like, this is some real shit. That is my sign that this is the direction to go in. And it feels good for me because it'll be reaffirming all of these lifestyle shifts for myself. All of the like mental health things I've been working through. Like, I want to share my story on that because I used to be just absolutely anxiety ridden, like destroyed by my anxiety, and I, you know, have came a long way since that. I'm actually kind of okay now, and so I want to share my story on how I got there, and maybe it'll help other people, because a big part of my journey on getting better was through YouTube. Like, me watching other people's videos talking about how far they've came and how much better they feel and what they did to shift, like, was a huge part of my journey. So I'm ready to share mine, you know? Yep, happy times and joy. That was my grandma's spirit watching over me with the dragonfly. A beautiful story. Thanks, Mark. In Native American culture, the dragonfly is seen as a symbol of renewal and change. That's totally on par. Like, I'm going through a lot of renewal, a lot of changes lately. I'm ready. Like, overhaul, full life overhaul, getting goodness. I would like to change my submission for the boat name to Dragonfly. That would be so good. That would be such a good name. And the boat can be fucking orange, dude. I like it. I like it. You know, interestingly enough, the van doesn't have a name yet. You know? The van doesn't have a fucking name. I don't know if any of you have caught on to that yet. People have asked me what the name of the van is in the chat. People have asked me in real life even more than in the chat, surprisingly enough. And I'm like, I don't know, I always answer like, the van doesn't have a name really. The project is Van on the Moon, but like, as far as the van itself, I could name the van Dragonfly, especially since I'm about to repaint the entire thing. It's good for a revamp with the name too. SS Orange Dragonfly. Zebel truly believes in spirits and signs, and that was your grandmother guiding you to the next path of your life. Yes, it's time. Like, she has come and confirmed many things for me over time, and this one is probably the biggest one yet. This is a big shift because all in all, I see YouTube as more than just a hobby. It's more than a video diary for me. Like, this is becoming my career path, my life path. I don't know if anyone believes in numerology, but I'm a life path 9. So basically, life path 9s are like kind of philosophers. They're very heady. I think that's why I get stuck in my head a lot. But like, I think it's time for me to start talking about real shit. You know, I've been doing real goofy, silly videos, like DNA reveal, but like, I want to talk about stuff more meaningful than that. Mars said, I always thought it was the fucking van. Honestly, if I had to say that its name was what I've called it the most, its name would be the fucking van. But now, its name might be SS Dragonfly. I can make a cool, like, sticker on it. Which, SS Dragonfly would be really good for the boat also. But I don't know when the boat's happening, and I'm ready to put this in action, like, ASAP. You should definitely put a small dragonfly on your merchandise. I will for sure be drawing up some sick-ass, like, trippy... You guys know my art style. Like, I'm gonna draw up some dragonfly graphics, which I'm in process of doing the graphic designs for the floor vinyl. That's gonna be dope as fuck. And now I know that there will be dragonflies incorporated. Fuck yeah, guys, I'm feeling better. Things are good. Things are good. 10 out of 10 live stream. Thank you, Mars. It means a lot that you'll say that, because I was worried people would be upset about me pulling out my IUD. So, announcing that here went over pretty well. So, I think posting the video would be fine. And even if I do get backlash, you guys have probably heard the phrase, no publicity is bad publicity. That's the motto I've had to decide to live by ever since pursuing YouTube, because you have to not give a fuck. If you give a fuck, it's very stressful. Always wanted to get into numerology. New video idea. I'm not classified to speak on it yet as a teacher, but I can point you guys in the direction of some good website resources. Gonna try to get you some female subs. All the girls I know will get hipped to your channels. Seems silly. You are universally just cool and entertaining. Thank you. I'm hoping to get the girl numbers up. I'll be keeping track. I'm gonna go through and take screenshots of all my demographic pages for the channels and then track that development over time, eventually revealing. We'll be talking about some statistics on the live streams in the months to come, because lots of shifts are happening. But yeah, wow, we're at our 60 something minutes. This has been a really good live stream. I'm glad I took last week off to revitalize and get clean off caffeine, which I came up with. I'm clean from the bean. So there's lots of stuff to do, lots of internal processing, lots of videos to make. I'm really glad that I got to tell you guys the story of my grandma, because that's like a really big piece of my life. Was that woman. Like, she was so fucking cool. Like, up until the year she died, that woman was at Burning Man. I would be at her house helping her make bracelets and necklaces to bring there to barter. She was so fucking cool. And she had like dragonflies all around her yard. So it'll be an homage to her for sure, having dragonflies now incorporated into the vibe. You have successfully flicked the bean. Think, caffeine bean, be gone. Which I haven't had coffee for a while, so I flicked that bean a while ago. But the proverbial bean, Molly didn't miss a beat being caffeine free. Well, you guys didn't see me last week. Shit was tough. I was like literally just laying in the dark holding my head like fuck, but it's okay. It's okay. Oh, Happy Times and Joy said they'll make a short about orange dragonflies to honor your grandmother. Please send me that so I can see it, or send me, like, tag me in the comments or something. I want to be directed towards that video, please. Dragonfly merch dedicated to her, yes. But yeah, that would be perfect. Stickers, I would like to make trippy dragonfly stickers. Yes, okay. Well, very nice. I love you all. Mooners, keep on mooning. Until next week, Van on the fucking moon.